News 25 is brought to you by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrumps optometrist since 1990, offering full spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, Desert Haven wins the bid for the county shelter, and several intersections get much-needed traffic control devices. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
The local shelter staff will stay in place. It's Monday, June 24th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Desert Haven secured the contract for one more year for $250,000 to operate and manage the local animal shelter.
At the most recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, discussion was had involving the acceptance or rejection of all bids and provide direction to staff regarding bid number 2019-11 Animal Shelter Services. Commissioner Cox makes a motion to accept and award the bid proposal to Desert Haven Animal Society. Commissioner Wickman asks Comptroller Savannah Rucker to explain why staff recommends a rejection on this item. She states that the fault lies in her office and that the procurement process was not done properly. The insurance was not descriptive enough, bid documents did not give clear direction to the bidders, the site walkthrough wasn't done in compliance with procurement procedures, and that the pre-bid meeting and walkthrough was not done with all attendees at one time. Commissioner Cox asks if they have committed a crime that we should be worried about, or if this is more opinion and suggestion. District Attorney Chris Arabia responds saying that this is a strong opinion. Commissioner Strickland addresses the problems mentioned beforehand by Savannah Rucker.
It's stated here that the site walkthrough was not conducted correctly. Okay, all parties do not have to be present at the site walkthrough in order for it to be a valid walkthrough. I have done this a little bit in my past. And so that is an invalid item as far as I'm concerned. And this particular bidder, which is the lowest bidder, is very familiar with what this site has. Item number 3, maintenance. They are well aware that we maintain our own facility. Item 2, insurance. The insurance was a minor adjustment that they simply only need to have trip and fall and not carry insurance to insure our own building. And they understand that from this process that we've already done. And finally, item 1 is whether or not our specifics are outlined in the American Human AMH. If that's the guidelines that we've set forth, then that's the guidelines that we've set forth in that bidding process.
Commissioner Blundo, who was quiet during the agenda, finally spoke up near the end before the vote.
I will just say this, I'm a little embarrassed because we have lost control of this item. I have not heard from the other bidder. I thought we were allowing everyone an opportunity. I did want to hear from them under public comment. I wanted them to be afforded the same luxury that Desert Haven was afforded. Seems that this whole item just started out the gate and everybody just allowed it to continue. But Mr. Chair, we need to rein this in. I am interested in one thing, though, very interested here. We're talking about the law, and we're talking about, more importantly, following the law. Why was it not followed by staff to not open the bids?
Well, we did open the bids.
I realize that, and that's why we're in the pickle we're in right now. Had those bids not been opened by staff, we could have avoided and averted the situation as nobody would know whose bid was what. We could have just been like, hey, okay, take a moment of pause. Everybody, maybe a mistake was made. We could just pull everything back. No bids, no numbers, no information was out there. But we kind of let the cart out of the horses out. I mean, how do we pull this thing back?
The chairman calls for the vote.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nay?
Nay.
Passes 3-2.
And I'll tell you right here, right now, one of the reasons I voted for that, and because it's been explained to me, and I don't operate under threats of lawsuit, so sue away. Sue away.
Well, the Board of County Commissioners discussed vagrancy, soliciting, whether it be political or otherwise, and panhandling during their last meeting. They define locations where it is appropriate and definitions for these activities.
At the most recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, discussion was had involving a bill proposing to amend Title IX of the Nye County Code, which is titled Public Peace, Morals, and Welfare, by adding a new chapter, 9.05, titled Panhandling, Vagrancy, and Disorderly Conduct, which will be providing for the severability, constitutionality, an effective date thereof, and other matters properly relating thereto. Commissioner Blundo makes a motion to adopt the bill. Commissioner Cox makes a comment stating that this would be one more law that would cost us more money to enforce.
I think everything that's in this bill that I see is actually covered in one way or the other by laws that we already have on the books. For instance, it is illegal to go potty in public, and many of the other things, they're all covered under disturbing the peace, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I think by writing this bill that we're just adding one more layer to the government that we don't really need, because we do have the laws that already stand. And I would like to see this be voted against.
Commissioner Blundo amends his motion to set an effective date of July 8th, 2019. County Manager Tim Sutton states that if there are laws duplicative of the bill in the item, to notify him and staff so that we may pull it back. District Attorney Chris Arabia makes a comment stating that the laws in this bill are not duplicative and are in fact more specific.
In an effort to regulate certain of these behaviors, if you try to use the laws that are on the books, you will fail because they don't really apply. So our office does not view this as creating any more enforcement or any more expense to the public, but to deal with specific acts that are offensive to the public.
Commissioner Koenig makes a comment to the public to give background about this item.
This started with complaints I was receiving from many people about the guys who used to sleep in the park by where the kids play and stuff like that. And I did some research, and I found we had a town of Pahrump ordinance that sort of said you can't sleep in the park. So it seemed to me that this is a pretty simple thing. I went to the sheriff, and the sheriff said, sorry, I can't enforce that. So I went to Angela, who was the DA at that time. I said, can we please change this so we can enforce it? And that has morphed into this. So now we have something we can enforce. They can't. A lot of our ordinances that we have in the town of Pahrump and stuff can't be enforced. So we're now having stuff that's written correctly. It's enforceable by our sheriff's department, and that's what we need.
Commissioner Cox states that we should be taking laws that aren't enforceable out of the books instead of adding new ones. Commissioner Koenig agrees with her statement and states that we are working on it.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed say nay.
Nay.
4-1.
And much more news right after this break.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, from president of a company to possibly president of a country, Foxconn is back in today's business news.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
A major shakeup at Foxconn. The founder, Terry Gou, is stepping down as president of the electronics manufacturing company. Gou is said to be preparing to run for president of Taiwan. The healthcare sector is on alert. Sources tell the Wall Street Journal President Trump plans to issue an executive order today calling for price transparency by the healthcare industry. White House officials are said to be attempting to avoid pushback from big companies, but the president wants price disclosures from doctors, hospitals, and other healthcare providers. A trickle-down effect at the gas pump is possible following that explosive fire at a refinery in Philadelphia last week. Fuel demand was already on the rise to start the summer driving season.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Thanks so much, Angela. Well, the Nye County Road Department has placed a new four-way stop sign recently in Pahrump, with 2 more coming in the next week. Nye County posted this morning that reader board signs are in place to announce an upcoming traffic change at the intersections of Wilson Road and Lola Lane near Desert View Hospital and Manns Road at Homestead Road. The work is expected to be completed by July 1st. The social media post says that the county already advertised and installed four-way stop signs at the intersections of Blagg Road and Mesquite Avenue. They say that Public Works received several requests from the Sheriff's Office and the general public about installing a four-way stop. The department obtained detailed crash data to see if the intersections warranted installing four-way stops. The report, dated May of 2019, recommended four-way stops at all 3 of these intersections, based largely on traffic and speed data collected. For Blagg and Mesquite, collision data from the Sheriff's Office showed that since June of 2015, 6 of the 8 crashes at the intersection were correctable with an all-way stop. 3 of those crashes involved injuries. For Wilson and Lola Lane, the collection data showed 14 of the 17 crashes were correctable with all-way stops. 7 of the 14 correctable crashes involved injuries. Since 2016, 8 of the 13 reported crashes at Homestead and Manns resulted in injury. Well, Highway 160 blasting resumes tomorrow, Tuesday, June 25th at 11:45 in the morning through Mountain Springs and Clark County. They say motorists can expect up to a 2-hour travel delay. News 25 will return after this break.
News 25 is brought to you by Bill and Robin Law, injury attorneys. Injured, need money? Get Bill and Robin, your local Pahrump injury attorneys.
Well, if you're looking for some unique threads, the Crazy Calico may just be the place for you to find some one-of-a-kind clothing at reasonable prices for the entire family.
Well, this has been a dream of mine since 25 years in the making. Online sales came out, and I started doing online sales, starting with Yahoo Auctions, moving into eBay. Was a power seller for over 10 years, paying lots of money in fees, but I never had that brick and mortar store. And I was a bartender, and my friend next door, he's like, hey, that space is next to me. Do you still have all your inventory? Do you want to open a store? Maybe you should look into it. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that, because it makes me very nervous, put my feet in the water there with that brick and mortar. And he's like, think about it. And I was like, wow, that would be a great location, because it's got big picture windows, and I'm right here on the corner of Calvada and Pahrump Valley, and people have to stop at the stop sign, so they have to kind of look over. People come in every day going, what kind of store is this? They ask me if I'm a cat store, I'm a fabric store. Well, I'm a calico store, and a calico is a little bit of everything. So the way it works is you make an appointment, you bring in items that are clean. I don't care if they go to the dry cleaner, but please make them clean, free of pet hair, not smelling like smoke, because your items are going to sit next to somebody else's items, and if they have pet allergies and they sit here and they have to come retrieve their things because the items didn't sell, I don't want them to take home your pet fur. Plus, it's going to sell if it's pretty, and if it comes in covered in fur, people are going to overlook it and your stuff's not going to sell. So I tell everybody it's a 60-40 split. I get 60%, you get 40%, but really what that breaks down is to you get 40%, the building and maintenance gets 40%, and I get about 20% for selling your stuff. I have clothing, collectibles, hats, shoes, toys, games, VHS Disney series here. I've had mobility units from carts, scooters. I have golf clubs. I have dishes.
Everything you can imagine.
Pretty much a little bit of this, and it changes out all the time. Like some of these wedding dresses are, if you've ever priced a wedding dress, they can be $2,000 to $3,000. Some of the ones I have in the store are price tagged $650, $700, and I've got them in the store for about $300.
Yeah.
So it's about half off. A lot of the prom dresses, right now I'm running a special through the end of the month. If it has a pink heart on the prom dress tag, it's 50% off. Right now, my pink heart is my big thing. So tags with pink hearts on them, I usually have them 10% off because that means it's been here a little while. It's about ready to be retrieved by the owner. So right now, I'm running 25% off anything with a pink heart, with the exception of the formals because those are 50% off. It's not just women's clothing and accessories. I do have a lot of men's clothes. If you're a golfer or you like polo shirts, I have gentlemen that bring in polo shirts and dress shirts all day long, shorts, jeans, Levi's, Calvin Klein. These are not things you're going to go to Walmart and buy, which is, you know, unfortunate, but these are name brands. Some things come in here new with a tag all day long because people buy it, put it in their closet, thinking that they're going to wear it. They never do, and then they're like, oh, I just need space in my closet. Yeah. And so I get things in here brand new with tags all the time. I open at 10 o'clock Tuesday through Saturday. I'm closed Sunday and Monday, but I tell people if my light's on and my car's here, try the door because I'm probably here 7 days a week. We are on the corner of Calvada and Pahrump Valley. It's 1971 Pahrump Valley. Suite C. It's right next to the golf cart guy because everybody sees the golf carts and they're like, oh yeah, I know where that place is. I have a Facebook page, The Crazy Calico, and I have a website. It is crazycaliconv.com. And envy is kind of a play on words because we are in Nevada, but I want you to be envious of the stuff in my store.
Well, the summer session has already begun at our public library. Did you know that they're offering all sorts of classes? The public can attend free computer instruction at our local library on East Street here in Pahrump. The classes available are for beginners and are offered Wednesdays at 1 p.m. You can sign up at our local library. The library also has genealogy classes, which meet every Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. These classes help guide users on Ancestry.com and HeritageQuest.com. No sign up is necessary. And the Pahrump Community Library, in conjunction with Nye Communities Coalition, is offering Qigong. That is with Tamerlan on Thursdays from 1 to 2 p.m. The class is free, and it focuses on creating a strong body-mind connection through gentle movements, emphasizing on the whole body, as well as meditation and visualization techniques. Qigong may be helpful in managing stress and dealing with chronic pain. They suggest that you wear loose, comfortable, fitting clothing.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Let's look outside and see what we got out there right now. Beautiful skies. We'll find out more with our forecast right after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real. And by Pahrump Rental and Do It Best Hardware. Your friendly small town hardware store. Shop small, shop local.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donahue with today's temperatures. In Las Vegas, we saw a high of 103 degrees and a low of 76. Death Valley, a high of 113 and a low of 84. 171 in Amargosa. 96.65 in Beatty. 87.55 in Goldfield. Tonopah and Carson City, both with a low of 52 degrees. Tonopah, high of 84. Carson City at 85. Similar story in Fallon and Fernley, both with lows of 56 degrees. A high of 91 in Fallon and Fernley at 89 degrees. So now today in Pahrump, we had sunny skies. Our high today was 99 degrees. Winds coming out of the south-southwest at 8 miles per hour. Our humidity at 10%. And our sunrise at 5:27 a.m. And for tonight, partly cloudy skies. It's currently 97 degrees outside. Our low tonight is expected to be 73 degrees. Winds coming out of the southeast at 8 miles per hour. Our humidity at 17%. And our sunset at 8:05 tonight. Now looking ahead to our 7-day, there are some clouds hanging out. On Tuesday, we're going to have some partly cloudy skies. On Thursday and Saturday, we're going to have some mostly sunny skies, but we are going to see some clouds hanging out. And then Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday and Monday, we're expecting to see some clear sunny skies. Now looking at our high temperatures, on Tuesday, we're going to see a high of 89 degrees. And then from Wednesday all through next Monday, we're going to be hanging out in about those mid-90s, just between 94 and 98 degrees. On Wednesday, we're going to see that 94, and then on Thursday, we're going to peak at 98. In our overnights, we're seeing a similar story, just going to be hanging out in about that 60-degree range all week long, with Tuesday seeing a low of 63 degrees and then peaking on Thursday with 69, and we're just going to be hanging out in between all for the rest of the week. So now, if you can't make it home in time to catch the news live on TV, make sure to check out our Facebook page. You can catch the news live even while you're running around town doing whatever it is that you do. So now we're going to throw it back to the desk to Deanna.
Thanks, Michael. Well, I'm Deanna O'Donnell from all of us here at KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.